Last thing that I want to go over is jobs. Jobs. Why are men now leaving the workforce? First, I want to go into Amazon having a new in-office leading the way for a 5-day work policy. Everybody going back to work. Ain't even no hybrid no more.
5-day in-office work week. The new change in policy marks a return to the pre-pandemic way of working, which was turned upside down for all of us by COVID. So will other companies, maybe the place where you work, join the move back to work? And how are employees feeling about all this? NBC's Dana Griffin has our Sunday Focus.
Amazon has forever changed the way we shop. With the click of a button, we order everything from groceries to electronics, and in a snap, they show up at our front doors. But while customers receive deliveries at home, Amazon wants its corporate workers back in the office full-time starting next year. CEO Andy Jassy writing Monday in a memo, "We've decided that we're going to return to being in the office the way we were before the onset of COVID." Adding, the move will further strengthen Amazon's culture and brainstorming. Jassy hinting at the move earlier this year.
I noticed the collaboration is better, the innovation is better. I just noticed that we've kind of gotten back to our culture more since we've been back in the office.
Currently, Amazon employees only need to be in the office 3 days a week, and remote work will continue for those with extenuating circumstances. Anxious Amazon workers aren't happy about a full-time return to the office. One writing, "Life is too short to spend it commuting 5 days a week."
Well, it depends. If you got the opportunity to do so, then you're going to make the adjustment. If you don't, then you're going to take your behind back into work. That's just what it's going to come back down to. And thank God, the position that I took was on condition that I never had to go back into the office. And so, I'm not in a position, a lot of y'all bag chasers, my 8 streams of income, because I dropped a video today and I detailed it for you guys. And so that video is in the Patreon. Go and check that out. It's a really, really good video, and it's chock full of information. And I'm always going to be dropping them gems for y'all exclusive. It will never be available to the general public. But some people ain't going to have no choice. And I understand why they want to get people back into the office. Some of y'all really fumbled the bag and you messed it up. Others of y'all, they have these office buildings that they have to fill up, and it also helps them keep money moving throughout the community and everything when you're in the office and you're not from home. But for me personally, never going back. Never. The only way you can ever get me to go into an office is if you're paying me $10 million a year. I'm never, ever going back. Me personally, that's just me. I'm not telling y'all to think the way that I think. I'm just telling you, I am in a position unless I just got to fumble everything. I just got to make a whole lot of bad decisions really quickly. Me personally, I just can't go back into the office. I'm not built for it anymore. I've done my time, but I made the sacrifices early so that I can control what it is that I decide to do. And I'm just not built. And I'm okay with everybody else going back into the office. I can't do it.
Another saying, "I think it is time to start looking for a role at a company that trusts their employees and treats them with respect."
Your own role.
The pandemic took a wrecking ball to the traditional place-based work model. And so what Amazon is trying to do is essentially roll back the clock.
Callie Williams-Yost is a flexible work expert. She says companies mandating strict return to office policies could face increasing backlash from workers.
I think they are going to have a hard time retaining talent, good talent.
No, they're not.
I think you're going to see they're going to have a hard time hiring talent.
Last year, about 2,000 Amazon employees worldwide walked off the job, in part over the company's 3-day return to office mandate.
That's why they got all of these migrants coming in here. That's why they got all of these migrants coming in here, because y'all don't want to go to work.
And while Amazon joins companies like Citigroup, Walmart, and UPS in tightening return to office rules, overall, just 33% of companies require workers in the office 5 days a week. And what about employees? What do they want when it comes to work? According to a Gallup survey of more than 18,000 workers, around 53% expect and prefer hybrid work, citing work-life balance and higher productivity as crucial factors. With 3 in 10 hybrid workers saying they were extremely likely to leave an organization if it didn't offer some degree of flexibility, while 20% say they prefer.
You can only do it if you got choices. If you ain't got choices, then you can't do it. You can only do it if you got choices. If you don't have choices, and you know what's so funny? When you have choices, they're willing to concede. I said, hey, man, and some of the bag chasers, we ain't going to talk about it out openly, but I said, hey, man, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'm going to prepare to make my transition by the end of the year. They said, hold on for a second. Before you just come to your final conclusion, give us a second and let us evaluate some things. I said, okay. Y'all got to the end of the year, but I'm out of there. I'm up out of here.
In-person work as it gives them opportunities to socialize and collaborate more effectively. Experts like Yost argue that with the pandemic in the rearview mirror, companies now have an opportunity to forever change how and where we work.
This was a crisis-driven execution of flexibility, but now it's time to go back and optimize that flexibility for the workforce and the business, not to try to roll back the clock to 2019.
And Dana joins.
So with that being said, CNBC recently dropped a video that was detailing men are no longer being in the workplace and they're walking away from it. Check it out.
Men have been steadily dropping out of the workforce, especially men aged 25 to 54, who are often considered to be in their prime working years. As of August 2024, 13.7% of prime-age men were not working, compared to just 7.2% in 1954.
That's crazy.
The long-term
13.7% is the entire black population. We only 13, a little over 13, a little under 14% of the population. Imagine all black people not working. It's crazy.
in labor force participation by so-called prime-age men is a tremendous worry for our society, for our economy, and probably also for our political system.
I don't know what they're doing.
Surplus of prime-age
I haven't
workers
seen this video. I'm watching it for
who
the
could
first
be
time.
working and aren't, and that's this puzzling problem.
The unemployment rate for prime-age working men sat at 3.4% in August 2024. This number primarily includes those who are unemployed and looking for a job. But about 10.5% of men in their prime working years, or roughly 6.8 million men nationwide, are neither working nor looking for employment, compared to just 2.5% in 1954.
What's surprising is it's not a COVID phenomenon. It's not a
Maybe men are built
recession
different
phenomenon.
nowadays.
And for every prime-age man who is unemployed and looking for a job, there are more than 3, and some years 4, who are neither working nor looking for work.
So what's driving men out of the workforce? And if left unchecked, what impact will it have on the U.S. economy?
I'm pretty sure that I'm going to work. I'm going to do some form of work until I die. That's just who I am. I love what I do. I will always be productive. I'm always going to be a bag chaser, the league bag chaser. And so I'm pretty sure that I'm always going to be so productive that it's just going to drive me to be even more successful because I'm building a legacy here. I just need it. I retired in the end of 2019, and I was like, hell no. It probably was exaggerated by the pandemic, but by the end of 2019, I wasn't even, I had retired, I think in September 2019. But by the end of the year, before the pandemic even really hit, I was like, let me get busy building up another business or doing something. I was like, no, I tried it. I did it. I didn't like it. It didn't make me feel good about myself. And maybe I'm just different. Maybe I'm just built different. Maybe I got a different disposition. I was taught different. My father always worked. My grandfather always worked. I just built different. I don't know how guys just go about just not working. That's crazy to me. And they don't just not work and just be having a bunch of money. They not work and they be broke. I can't play video games and be broke at the same time. I can't look at my bank account and be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and turn on the game. There's some money out there somewhere. Let's go get it.
Nearly half of prime-age men out of the workforce cited obsolete skills, lack of education and training, poor work record, or security issues as a reason preventing them from work.
Education is a very important predictor of a prime-age man's odds of being out of the labor force.
Don Drigo says, if there's no need for a family, men, by and large, have no need to be successful. Are you serious? So you saying that if you have nobody that's pushing you or no reason to take care of somebody else, then there's no reason for you to be successful. How do you justify that? I buy what I want. I do what I want. When I want it, I just go and get what I want. I don't know what the price was because I wanted it. And so I had the ability to go and do it because why? Because I'm successful and I'm productive. I don't do stuff for other people. Other people benefit as a result of me doing stuff. Don Drigo, are you telling me that if you don't have a family, that's the only, outside sources is the only things that's powering you? If Anton thinks money buys happiness, he hasn't been up that long. No, it's just that you ain't made enough money yet. Red Moon says, if Anton thinks money buys happiness, he hasn't been up that long. You just haven't made enough money. You don't even know the type of problems that I solve because I got resources. Tell that to my mom who can go and do anything that she wants. And she just called me and be like, Anton, let me get this amount of money. Let me get that amount of money. Tell that to my mom. Tell that to my wife's mom who is enjoying her new car.
Big impacts are on the non-college educated groups on their ability.
And no, we get our people new stuff, nothing used.
To enter and stay in the labor market.
Men who are not college educated leave the workforce at higher rates than men who are. At the same time, fewer younger men have been enrolling in college over the past decade.
If you look at the geography of where the most prime age men out of the labor force are in particular, they tend to be in places that have experienced manufacturing declines. They used to graduate with a high school education and have good, stable jobs. They weren't glamorous jobs. They were, automobile factories, sometimes mines, other manufacturing jobs, but they were respected, they were stable, and they could support a family. Since then, due to technology-driven growth, a little bit due to Chinese competition, you've had a lot of manufacturing firms and the places where they were located that were one-horse towns become ghost lands, right?
Wages could also be a contributing factor. Median annual wages for men with a high school diploma have fallen from just over $57,600 in 1973 to $45,000 in 2023, adjusted for inflation. At the same time, wages for those with a bachelor's degree or more have increased by about $6,300 during the same period.
I think it matters which degree you get also. So factor that in. I know we like to use this blanket statement and say, oh man, bachelor's degree, degrees, or whatever. Listen, if you got a basket weaving degree, it's going to be much different than a cybersecurity degree, all right?
This decline in earnings led to a 44% growth in the exit rate of men without a college degree from the workforce between 1980 and 2019.
I think, honestly, status plays more of a role than wages. As I said before, you had a manufacturing job. It was respected. You were part of a community, breadwinner for your family. You had organizations.
Why are so many people broke in the chat? I know they're not bag chasers. Mel Jones says, money ain't buying happiness, dog. That ish capping. He didn't even use no periods in between or no commas. Cap in order to get on top, you have to sacrifice more than you sign up for. What? All right, go ahead, bring over the migrants. Go ahead, bring over the migrants. Where the migrants at? Come on and get them over here. Somebody bring on the migrants and get them over here, and let's just go ahead and replace this whole group. Let's just go ahead and get them out of here, because this is too lazy. This is too lazy. I just can't believe the amount of weak men that we have in this society today. Dog, if you don't work, you don't eat. That's scripture. That's written in blood, big dog. You have to be a productive member of society. What is wrong with you? So what you want to do? You just want to sit around all day and do nothing?
like unions or Rotary clubs that surrounded your job. And that's gone.
In general, men without children are also less likely to participate in the workforce compared to men with children, especially men without education or training after high school.
What we have seen is a huge rise in the proportion of prime-age men who've never been married, and a very, very significant decline in the proportion who are currently married and have kids at home. And those two trends track closely with the big changes that we've seen about male attachment in the labor force. Correlation isn't always causation, but looking at that correspondence is real important, I think.
Meanwhile, 57% of the roughly 10% of men not looking for work said their physical or mental health was the main reason for not being employed.
What? Oh, all right, I gotta turn this off. So this is a petition for being sassy. That's all this video is. 57% of men said their physical or mental health was the main reason for not being employed. Wow. Seriously? Jesus, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all like being dusty? You like being on Section 8? You like being broke? You like just... I'm like mental health. Yo, mental health. What? Yo, this is insane, bro. Somebody said, yeah, Anton, this is not the 50s. They worked 10 times harder than y'all in the 50s. Their jobs was way harder than y'all's. Y'all ain't even doing nothing no more. Dog, you can't even get up for the meeting. You can't get up for the call. You can't go and drive a high-low something. Like y'all that weak?
Employed, with 55% citing a disability, serious illness, and or receiving disability benefits.
The whole question about the health and the mental health of male workforce dropouts is an extremely important and I think concerning one. Distressing proportion of the men who are out of the workforce say they're using pain medications every day.
A 2017 research paper
Maybe
estimates that an increase in opioid prescription between 1999 to 2015 led to about 43% of the decline in men's labor force participation rate during that period.
So then you have to ask, what sort of pain are we talking about? Are we talking about physical pain? Are we talking about metaphysical pain? There's an enormous amount of depression, mental health challenges that men in this grouping face. Some of this is a chicken.
I know a lot of dudes that's trying to get jobs and can't get it because women not hiding men not like that. The fuck is y'all saying? I know a lot of dudes that's trying to get jobs and can't get it because women not hiding men like that. What? Can't nobody stop me from getting a job? Who can stop you from getting a job? Who gonna stop me from working? You can't stop me from being productive. So you letting a woman tell you and prevent you? Can't no woman compete with me? This is such a sassy generation of men. Jesus Christ. The women is not hiring men like that? Is that what you meant to say? Even if you change the word to say women are hiring men like that, that is dusty as fuck. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is bad out here. This is so bad. Jesus. Yeah, bring on the migrants. I'm with it, Arlex. Hey, migrants, come on over. I see why they shipping y'all in. I see why they flying y'all in. Where my Haitians at? Where my Venezuelans at? Where my Cubans at? What up? Like, hey, like Umar Johnson is. Where my Haitian Africans? Where my Cuban Africans? Where's my Venezuelan Africans? Ifa Tunde. Just insane. Good God almighty. Listen, I'm a lot of things, but I ain't never going to be broke. I'm a lot of things. Y'all need to go and read about the talents. Let me see if I can find something. We're going to end this a little different today. We're going to end this a little different. Matthew 25. (14-30). King James Version. What's going on, big dog?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Chilling. You working today?
Yeah, I'm here.
Man, you know I came and picked up that jacket yesterday.
Yeah. I saw what they told me when I got here this morning.
That was expensive.
It was? I mean, what was it? It was, I didn't even look at how much it was. I just ordered it like you asked me to. Hold on. Let me look at my phone. So, oh yeah, that's 51.
Yeah, y'all. Well, with tax, it was like $5,300.
All right. Yeah.
It's worth it though. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah. It's a beautiful piece, man. Beautiful piece. But yeah, I'm here today.
I bet I might stop in a little later. I'm gonna come in after I get done doing what I do.
All right, man. All right. I'll see you soon then.
All right, big dog.
Yep.
All right, bye. We're going to end this a little bit different. The way that leather hit, it's a little different. We're going to end this a little different today, all right? No more dusty. No more dustiness. We done with being dusty in today's time. All right? No more dustiness out here in these streets. All right? We're going to end this a little bit different. This is Matthew 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. Unto one he gave 5 talents, unto another 2, and another 1. To every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made another 5 talents. So he was productive. He took his and he doubled it. He made it 10. And likewise, he that received 2, he also gained another 2. So the one that got the 2, he went and doubled it also. But he that received 1 went and digged the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with him. And he so that had received the 5 talents came and brought the other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou hast delivered unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. And his Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into thy joy of thy Lord. And he that also had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou hast delivered unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained another 2 talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into thy joy of the Lord. Then he which had received 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew that you was a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strewed. I knew you was hard. And I knew that you was going to come and ask for this. I didn't know you was going to be promoting people and allowing for them to really get the bag. testing them to see if they was productive or not. And I was afraid, and I went and hid the talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast, that is thine. So the one that you gave me, I can go and dig it back up from the earth. And his Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, you wicked in your spirit, and you slothful. Thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed, and thou oughtest therefore have my money. Where my money at? With the exchanger, to the exchangers. And then at my coming, I should receive what is mine with usury, with interest. Where mine with, I want my money with interest. Take therefore thy talent from him and give it to him which got the 10. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance, but from him that have not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And when the Son of Man shall come in his glory and all the angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of glory. And then it goes on, so on and so forth. Thou wicked and slothful servant, you wicked, evil, funky thing. You ain't got my money and you ain't paid it with interest. I want my monies. I want my monies. Run me my money with interest, with usury. You know I was coming for my bag, and you sat here and you wasted my time and you wasn't productive. Hey man, give the one that got the 1, give it to the one with the 10. That's how we do it in the kingdom. That's how we do it. Every man shall be productive. Every man shall not be lazy. Every man shall go getteth thieth bag. And that is why they call us the chasers. That, my friends, is why they call us the chasers. All right?